What's up, everybody? It's LG Doucette here. Today is Friday, April 23rd, 2021. It has been quite the week, or quite the last couple days. Welcome to The First Minute, a podcast where I talk about marketplace trends, big sales, and we're going to talk about them today, and everything going on with NBA Top Shot. It's going to be a bit of a quick one today because we have what I would call a very unique interview with a very unique guest. We're also going to recap yesterday's metallic gold premium pack drop, as well as some of the new challenges and updates around Top Shot. I want to remind everybody that none of the content on this show constitutes trading advice in any way, and that this show is not affiliated with NBA Top Shot, the NBA, or Dapper Labs. I'm just a guy at his house who loves basketball and blockchain. This is The First Minute. Today we got a very special guest. Dingaling is not exactly live on the show. It's going to be a bit of a different style interview than you're used to. We're going to get to that in just a few minutes, but in case you don't know who he is, Dingaling, or she is maybe, Dingaling is a person who's been going around and spending tons of money on the marketplace, as well as individual sales off the market, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyways, this person has spent over $1 million on just one transaction the other day where they bought tons of new things. We're going to get to the interview with Dingaling a little later in the show, so make sure you stick around. Very quick, let's recap everything that's happened in the last couple of days. Yesterday was the premium pack drop, the second one of this season. Probably most notable of that pack drop, obviously, was the restrictions that you needed that were announced, I think, just late on Wednesday, that you needed to have held at least one legendary or two rares or 15 moments, and also have spent $99 on the marketplace in order to be eligible, which apparently qualified about 67,000 people or so. And that's not an official number. That's just based on how many packs are available of both metallic gold as well as the rebound packs. Interestingly enough, though, obviously all premium packs were purchased, all 17,427 of them, but only about 28,000 rebound packs were purchased, meaning only about 46,000 accounts actually bought something from that pack drop yesterday. I find that actually kind of interesting, because if there were actually supposed to be 67,000 qualified, that means about 20,000 accounts didn't show up or just chose not to buy after they couldn't get a premium pack. Kind of interesting. And also kind of interesting that, as recently as a couple weeks ago, Top Shot was touting numbers like 800,000 accounts and users, and yet within those supposed 800,000 accounts / users, only 46,000 of them showed up who were eligible for this pack drop. I don't know what that really means. Again, it's really hard to say how many users were eligible for this drop versus how many were not, but it does lead to a very interesting question for me, which was that, now we're seeing packs like metallic gold premium pack come out where the estimated value is actually quite close to what the cost of the pack was. Some of those metallic golds that came out yesterday now going for only like $160, $170 on the marketplace. Cost of the pack, $99. And then obviously maybe some disinterest in the rebound packs, because now we're seeing these base pack moments, which only have 3 moments each. We're seeing some of them kind of, look relatively underwhelming, because there's so many moments now, and there's so many that are 35,000 CC plus, which is such an enormous number, that we're seeing a bit of that fatigue, right? People are a little less excited when they get a pack. So my question is, if there was a giant base pack drop, how many people would actually show up? And my other question is, if these restrictions are the ones hitting now, which ones are next? Could a challenge completion be a requirement for an upcoming pack drop? Time will tell. Also on Top Shot, yesterday we saw the emergence of 2 new challenges, including the Luka Doncic Metallic Gold Challenge for Series 2 finally coming out. That one is up for 7 days, and we know that the next 2 will probably be Obi Toppin, followed by DeMar DeRozan, and then another batch of them for Embiid, Cole Anthony, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Also, another, kind of challenge shocker, or just something that was revealed yesterday, the Fred VanVleet Cool Cat Challenge was put up maybe just a few minutes before the pack drop. This Fred VanVleet moment will be Cool Cat number 26, and we know that there are 3 more needed in the LaMelo Ball Master Challenge. If you haven't heard of the LaMelo Ball Master Challenge yet, well, you're in for quite the treat because it's a lot to collect and it's nowhere near over. We know there's going to be 3 more moments. It's definitely by far the most insane challenge yet on Top Shot. I wish I had more info for you, but we haven't heard anything from Dapper. So I guess keep an eye out for that in the next couple days. Might see a blog post or something explaining how that Master Challenge is going to wrap up. Other quick little news in Top Shot. Yesterday, we saw the baller status, or I guess 2 days ago, we saw the baller status get updated. If you don't know what baller status is, probably because it hasn't been working for you very well lately. But basically, it's what I consider to be a loyalty program within Top Shot where you get these imaginary points given to you based on your activity and your engagement, such as little things like opening a pack. A lot of people had been, complaining about baller status, especially now that it's been revamped, saying that some of the requirements and some of the categories where you need to get points are a little inaccessible, such as getting points for collecting a rare or a legendary moment from a pack. A lot of people complaining, saying that that is very unattainable right now, which is a very valid concern. I don't really know what's happening with baller status, but I would assume that sometime very soon it will be relevant if it's clearly being prioritized by Top Shot. Okay, folks. That's enough of the updates. Let's send you into your weekend in style. Next up, we have an interview with Dingalings. So this account, again, has been making waves. Let's just recap really quick what Dingaling has done in the last couple weeks. Well, probably the biggest thing they've done is they made the biggest single purchase ever in Top Shot history. It was off market. It was at an auction recently, I think just ended last week. It was for $387,000 for a LeBron James from the Top Legendary Series 1 moment, setting obviously a huge record there and potentially a precedent. Also, yesterday alone, Dingaling bought 12 different number 1 moments, spending $50,000 alone. And they did this literally after the pack drop, after the premium pack drop. They went and spent over $50K just buying up number 1 moments from the marketplace. Again, number 1 as in serial number 1. And also just the other day, they had another, I guess, I don't even know if this is a record, but they bought 73 different number 1 serial moments, not including ones yesterday. That's another 73 from another user called Witty Kitty. They spent over $1 million buying those. So now Dingaling's account, I think, is worth almost $2 million. All of that purchases, none of that sales. What's interesting here, the clear message is that Dingaling really believes in Top Shot and really thinks that they're onto something by spending all this money, which is coming at a very interesting time considering that, a lot of us are feeling a little bit down on Top Shot since our account values are down and the market's being diluted by all this new supply. But it's kind of interesting that we're now seeing a super collector come in and start to buy a bunch of stuff up. You're going to hear from Dingaling. And I asked Dingaling very, very nicely if they would come on the show. And they said that they did not want to have their voice heard. So I'm going to simulate an interview where I ask Dingaling questions, and then in Dingaling's response, I'm going to read out their written answers. Because Dingaling did answer my questions and answer them via text or via DM. So you're going to hear me basically kind of interview myself, but where myself is just playing Dingaling's role. Have a listen. All right, everybody, we are on with Dingaling. Dingaling, welcome to the First Mint. This is your debut on the show.
Thank you.
Dingaling, tell us the burning question everyone's dying to hear. Why are you buying so much right now?
Something I learned from crypto is to buy when there's panic. Top Shot still has so much potential to grow, so I personally think it's a great time to get in and take a sizable position.
Yeah, interesting. Where are you getting all this money from, Dingaling?
I've been in crypto for a while, so you can call this a bit of diversification, I guess.
Dingaling, are you new to Top Shot or have you been here for a while?
I joined in mid-February, so I'm relatively new compared to most. It's been a great experience so far, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Dingaling, why did you choose the name Dingaling?
Hasn't it been great seeing Dingaling all over social media? Sorry, not the most detailed answers, but I hope this is good enough.
Yeah, of course it's fine. Okay, well, I've got a few more for you, Dingaling. Tell me, why are you buying all of these number ones?
I didn't specifically start out collecting number ones, but eventually I found that they were very much easier to value and didn't fluctuate in price that much. My theory is that they will hold value despite market fluctuations.
Okay, yeah, well, what's your strategy then besides just buying number ones?
There are a lot of people that need or want to cash out and are willing to sell at a discount for the liquidity. I usually buy anything where it's at a good bargain price.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, tell me, are there any other NFT projects that you're hot on right now?
None really at the moment. I'm not the biggest NFT guy outside of Top Shot. I gave Zedrun a try and it was cool, but still a lot of features to build and add.
Dingaling, what is your favorite NBA team?
I don't really have a favorite NBA team. I used to be really into fantasy NBA, so I'd just be following the players that I'd pick each day instead of looking at teams.
Dingaling, do you do any challenges?
Yeah, challenges are fun. I've completed every single challenge available after signing up.
Dingaling, are you going for the LaMelo Ball Master Challenge?
Hell yes. Can't wait to see what's needed for the challenge.
Okay, Dingaling, now we're going to play a game that we play with every single person who comes onto the First Mint. It's a game called Would You Rather, where I give you two options for a question and then you tell me which one you would rather. Are you ready to play?
Yes, I am, LG.
Okay, Dingaling, would you rather buy crypto when there's a panic or buy Top Shot when there's a panic?
Top Shot adds a different fun aspect where you can see who's panic selling that isn't possible in crypto. I would buy Top Shot when there is panic.
Would you rather the number one Master LaMelo when that comes out, or the absolute best horse in Zedrun without really knowing more about the game?
The best horse in Zedrun. This one for sure. Number one LaMelo is just one moment out of them all. The best horse in Zedrun would be worth way more.
Okay, last one, Dingaling. Would you rather I give you a deep, slow voice, or I give you a squeaky, squirrel voice?
Deep, slow voice. I prefer Bane over Chipmunk any day. Hope my answers aren't too boring.
Thank you, Dingaling. Thanks for coming on the show. Well, folks, there you have it. That's going to bring us to the end of the First Mint. Please have a great weekend. You can follow Dingaling on Twitter, literally by typing in Dingaling. Also, go take a look at this person's account if, I guess, you want to be impressed or envious, or just scope out what they've been up to and see what else they're buying. Otherwise, we'll be back Monday for another great show. Please enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time on The First Mint.